as we all are aware, recently repo rate is reduced by 50 bips. So there are some good potential NBFCs. Like for the housing space, we can look for India Shelter. We can even look for Capri Global. Now for the metal, we can look for the Hindustan Copper and Hindustan Zinc, as these commodities have potential to give upside in upcoming quarters. As in near terms there is stress, but stress will reduce, and these commodities will prices will increase, and we can even expect good upside in these particular stocks.
Okay, all right. And we have Kranti Kumar, who's written to us from Karnataka. And Kranti Kumar holds 100 shares of Axalia Solutions at 1,891 rupees apiece and is asking any prospects for growth in the near future. Now, Kranti is sitting on a loss of about 48.4 thousand rupees, and the stock was down about 0.55% in trade today. Vaibhav, I'll take this question to you. How does this particular counter look like to you, especially being a software solutions provider to the travel and the airline industry, both of which are under pressure at the moment?
Yeah, so if we see currently stock is trading at a PE of 16, where the industry PE is of 30. Where if we and their numbers are also very sideways, so we should be little cautious regarding this stock. There are expectation that in upcoming quarters we can expect improvement in IT, but still I will recommend that we should be cautious for this stock.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much for that. With that, we are joined by the first caller on our show from Noida. Hi, Amol. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Yes, how can I help you today on the show, Amol?
Yeah, actually, I just want to know what is the right entry level from technical charts for the Jyoti CNC automation.
Jyoti?
CNC.
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 Understood,
Right.
understood. Okay. So Ravi, directly coming to you on this one, are these the correct levels to enter Jyoti CNC? What are the charts suggesting?
Ma'am, it is difficult to enter at current level because of stock is trading in a downward channel, and it will correct around 1050 to 1000 level. So I can say that just avoid, sir. If you want to buy, then buy. There is a name of the same name is Jyoti Lab is also a very strong candidate to buy at current level, or Cipla you may buy at current level for the target of around 5 to 8% from the current level, but not Jyoti CNC.
All right. Okay. And we have another caller joining us from Andhra Pradesh. Hari is on the phone line. Hi, Hari. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, everyone in the panel.
Good evening. Good evening, Hari. How can we help you?
Sure. So I would like to inquire about Aurobindo Pharma.
Okay.
So I'm holding 50 shares at an average price of 1203. And I'm a long-term investor. I'm looking for 3 to 5 year horizon. I want to find out how the company is doing in the coming years.
Okay. All right. Vaibhav, I think you'll be the best to answer this question. Hari from Andhra Pradesh holds 1,203 shares of Aurobindo Pharma at 50 rupees a piece, if I'm not wrong.
So, if we see that currently Aurobindo Pharma is trading at a PE of 18, while the industry PE is of 33. So, there in near terms, if we check the international updates, Trump has said that there is a probability in near terms we can expect increase in tariffs, so which can impact the profitability. So, if that stock is available at a lower valuation in upcoming quarters, so we can surely enter. And this stock have potential, company have ability to perform, but because of the international reasons, there we can still expect some downside in this particular stock.
Okay, and Vaibhav, I would also want to then ask you, is this rationale for Aurobindo Pharma only applicable to Aurobindo Pharma, or does it
No,
apply to the
overall
entire
industry.
pharma basket?
Yeah,
Okay.
for pharma.
Okay, okay, all right. I think you can take the next question.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's go across to a caller joining us from Kolkata now. Hi, Partho. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Yeah, how can I help you today on the show?
I have a small query regarding the potential about Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers (GRSC) in the defense sector. My holdings are 600, and the entry point is 3086, where I'm looking for a mid-term approach.
Okay, so firstly, you are sitting on a good profit of 52,000. So congratulations, Partho, and I'll go to Ravi on this because
Okay,
he's looking
so
for a
I have
medium-term outlook on GRSC, Garden Reach Shipbuilders, and if I can see the charts. So the stock is in its upward trend, Ravi, and today also the stock was up in trade today over 3%. So what's your sense on the counter, and what should Mr. Partho be doing with this investment?
हिमाक्षी मैम सबसे पहले I'll congratulate GRSC is now in a strong hand, and I can say that there is a upside potential is around 3600. So trend is your friend. Why you panic? Just wait and watch. Increase your profitability and put your stop loss at 3000 level. So I think 3600 level is a strong resistance level. When it achieve that level, then you just ask profit again. Shall book the profit or just increase the target. So better strategy, play with the trend.
Ravi, I would actually like to understand from you, because Garden Reach Shipbuilders is currently trading around 3,174, and the kind of run up it has seen is very attractive, as you already mentioned. And if you're going ahead and suggesting viewers to continue holding or even take fresh positions for that matter, do you think then it has the potential to breach its 52-week high, because it's very close to its 52-week high?
Ma'am, in this point of time, volume is very high, and a lot of delivery is going on in this stock. So the potential and chart is also showing fresh breakout at current level above the 3000 level. So a lot of positive activity on this counter, and also defense is a very strong sector that can perform also in a positive hand. So I can say that good stock within a strong fundamental and a strong technical chart. So I can say that trend is your friend. That's why I'm saying play with the trend.
Right. Thank you so much for that. And now we have Venkat calling us from Bengaluru. Hi, Venkat. Good evening.
Yes, good evening, madam.
What's your question today? How can we help you?
Yeah, madam, I have 50,000 rupees. I want to invest in any stock. So I need a size from your side, from the public.
Sure, sure. And have you invested in the stock market before?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Vaibhav, I'll take this one to you. Venkat from Bengaluru holds a corpus of 50,000 rupees, and he's invested in the stock market before, but he wants to now take fresh entries and fresh positions. Would you also suggest Venkat to take an NBFC stock?
Yes, there are some good pockets. Like we can even look for the defense. In defense, we can look for HL, as we know that recently government have improved the target for FY29 for the exports. So HL is one of the good stock, and in NBFC, as I told earlier, India Shelter, Capri Global are some of the good stocks. While for the if you want to look for the PSU Bank, we can look for Bank of India. So these all are some of the good pockets which are currently available in the market.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Now let's go across to a caller joining us from Jaipur. Hi, Yogesh. Good evening.
ठीक.
Yogesh, are you there?
Yeah.
Yes, please go ahead.
I want to know about the Ola.
Okay.
I have 6,000 shares inside my side,
Okay.
and I want to know what the status of that. I will for long term. I will stay for long term.
Long term, okay. So, I'd like to come to you, Vaibhav, on this one, because Ola Electric is one counter which is, quite always buzzing with some of the other news, and, sometimes it's more of a negative sentiment is around the counter there. But for somebody who has invested in this counter and he wants to stay invested also, so do you firstly do you advise that to our caller, and what caution also do you suggest with holding such kind of counters?
As per me, I will not recommend to be invested in this particular stock, because when image of any particular company or brand get impacted, so it impact their revenue growth for very long term, because it require customers confidence for the buying the product. And we all know that Ola, in Ola there are so many issues currently going on because of their service centers. Also, people are facing various issues, and they have reported very stress numbers in near terms. So I will not recommend to be invested in Ola Electric.
Okay, thank you so
Even
much.
for
And I'd also like to take Ravi's view on this. Ravi, you know, we frequently get asked about Ola Electric on the show, and you know, seeing the charts, it's all red. So what suggestion do you have for our viewers who have invested in this counter there?
Ma'am, I can say that why you want to become a promoter. There is a no chance to go upside or downside. If you are invested in Ola Electric, then there is a no electric in this stock. And I think better you should take exit from the current level. There is a lot of stocks, Union Bank, PSB, or you can switch on a Morphin Lab. So, but in Ola Electric, why you invested? There is only the thought that you are invested in stock market with the bad memory. So I can say that just take exit from the current market price.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for that. And now we have Rajesh calling us from Hosur. Hi, Rajesh. Good evening.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening. What's your question? Which stock do you hold?
Ma'am, I hold Banco India Products Limited,
Okay,
which is into automobile sector.
right.
And I bought this stock at price of 590 and quantity 1000 numbers. And I need the short-term technical view and also the fundamental view on this sector, ma'am. Company, sorry.
Sure, no issues. Whereabove Rajesh from Hosur holds 1,000 shares of Banco products at 590 rupees a piece. The company manufactures and supplies engine cooling modules and systems for automotive and industrial applications, and has also performed really well in March of 2025 as compared to the other quarters from a couple of years ago. What's your sense on the stock, and also the fact that it is trading at a lesser P as compared to its peers? Does all this create a green signal for you?
If we see in this particular time also, this company have reported very robust numbers, and in YOY basis they have delivered very good growth, and in Q4 also they have delivered a very robust number. So I will say we can hold this particular stock, and we can even observe that in this particular stock FII has increased their stake. So that stock is even available at a very attractive valuation. So yes, we can hold this particular stock.
All right.
Hold on.
Okay, okay. And Ravi, I'd also like to understand from you with regards to what is happening technically with Banco products. And I can't make sense of the two bouts of run up that it saw in November of 2024, and then again very recently in May, and then it again went down. So is this a signal of some sort of volatility, or is it going to be able to sustain this uptrend that it is seeing?
Uh, Thank you, ma'am. Your deep knowledge and your analysis, I can say that you are adding more points about clearance for the investor to do what they want to do. So I can say that in technical, yes, chart is looking positive, and I can say that 620 and 625 is immediate target. Whenever you get any correction around 585 or 580 levels, that would be the best level to enter. But anyway, current market price is also looking attractive, so you enter at current market price for the target of 625 for immediate target, and put the stop loss of 575 in a closing basis, or longer term or shorter term.
Okay, thank you so much for that view, Ravi. And with that, let's go across to a caller joining us from Bengaluru. Hi, Murli. Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you
Yeah.
for taking up my query.
It's our pleasure. Please go
I
ahead.
bought,
Yeah.
I bought 11,000 shares of Salsar Electronics, a Coimbatore-based company.
Okay.
It is
11,000,
engaged in
Mr.
manufacture of
Murli?
brake switches, proximity switches, and recently they got into smart metering also.
Yeah. And I just want to come, just cross-check the number of shares. Is it 11,000?
No, 1,000 shares
1,000 shares. Understood. Okay.
at the rate of 1129.30.
Yeah.
And it's a small cap company and it has a peak of about 1649.
Yeah.
I bought 30% lower, now it is further 20% lower.
Yes.
And March results for the first time I'm seeing it's not up to the mark. So it has come down. But they are talking about good order received and the smart metering picking up.
Yeah.
You know, it's a smart metering, how much promise it holds for many companies like Guinness and all. So what are the future prospects of this company? I'm in a slight loss here. Good loss.
Understood. And are you a long-term investor, Mr. Murli?
Yes, I am a long-term investor.
And you're looking for a
Willing to
long-term
wait.
outlook on the counter, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So Weber rightly said, the stock is in its downward trend. The numbers were also not so decent there. So, what advice you have for Mr. Murli, who is sitting on a significant loss of over 2 lakh rupees? There's what I can see. Do you suggest Mr. Murli to hold the counter, or what's your outlook overall?
If we see this stock is available at a PE of 35, where the industry PE is 44. The industry in which this particular stock serve, there is very high competition. Demand is there, but still competition is high. So, which can impact the margins. And as we can observe that the company's margins are stressed by 100 bips. So in future, we can expect that the net profitability growth can be stressed, and which can impact the valuation of this particular stock. So overall, my view is quite cautious. And in this particular stock, if we observe, FII and DI both have reduced their stake. So yes, we should be cautious for this stock.
Okay, so a cautious note on, Solza Electronics, and also I'd like to take Ravi's view on this counter. Ravi, I think he bought it at 1129 and currently it's down at 911. I think he bought it at elevated levels. What suggestion do you have for somebody, who has been holding this counter? What are the charts suggesting? How can he narrow down his, losses?
There is no thought about, there is a moral of his story is that you should take exit from the current level because the stock is in downward channel and it will test the level of 750. But I can suggest at this point of time, you can just enter the Marine Electric. That is a 223 rupees stock. They have enough potential, enough future to give more return and recover your loss. So better, sir, you just love the profit, don't love the stock.
All right. And now we have Ravi calling us from Bhubaneswar. Hi, Ravi. Good evening. Ravi, can you hear me? Okay. Never mind. Ravi had called us from Bhubaneswar to inquire about his 6,000 shares of Bank of Maharashtra at 55.47 rupees a piece. The stock is trading around 54.4. So therefore, Ravi is sitting on a loss of about 6.18 thousand. And I'm guessing he wants to continue holding them. And I'll take a long as well as short-term view. So therefore, Vaibhav, starting with you, I know that you're very, very optimistic about the banking space. Where does Bank of Maharashtra fall in that list?
So, as means if we compare Bank of Maharashtra to its peers, so Bank of Maharashtra always have delivered very good numbers, and this time there is expectation that PSU Bank will report good treasury income. So in near terms, we can expect improvement in the net profitability and valuation of this particular stock. So we can hold this particular stock.
Okay. Yeah.
And Ravi, would you also be able to comment technically on Bank of Maharashtra as well? Because the stock, although fundamentally speaking, has a strong future ahead, but it has been seeing a gradual recovery from April of 2025. But how sustainable is that, and how do you read it?
Ma'am, this stock is want your time. So I can say that first, please don't call at my number. You just call 02269289333. This is the ask profit number. Please call on that number. Why I'm passing this time? This stock is also want this type of time, right? So you just invest at for a next 1 year or 2 year or 3 year, then stock is good. If you want to do a trading or you want to short term investment, then you switch another stocks. But stock have a strong potential. Put the stop loss of 48 rupees for the target of 65 rupees, but it will take time.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much for that. And viewers, you know, we have been reminding you quite often that you know, the numbers that are there on the screens, the calling number, you have to call on that number itself and not our you know, guests directly. So please keep that in mind. And with that, we are joined by a caller from Agartala. Hi, Nitin. Good evening.
Hey, good evening.
Yes. How can I
I'm
help you
Nitin,
today?
calling from Agartala.
Yeah. What's your query?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm holding latent view analytics for almost 2 years
Okay.
at an average price of rupees 390.
Yeah.
I'm holding 550 shares.
Okay.
So it's already a kind of medium to long term hold that I've already done. So I wanted to know what is the future of this stock. I'm willing to hold this stock for another 3 to 4 years till the story unfolds. Every time this stock rises, the prices fizzles out somehow. The rally is not sustaining.
Yeah.
So I want what should I do with this stock?
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. And I'll get your query answered. So, you know, Vaibhav, coming to you, what's your sense on latent view analytics? Firstly, are you positive on the counter? And because it has been dropping significantly, what do you make of this company?
Okay. So, first of all, surely we can hold this stock. The reason is that that stock is available at a PE of 48. And recently we have observed stress in this particular sector. But in near terms, if we observe, Nifty IT is the one of the best performing index. So the what is the reason behind it? The reason is that the conflicts, the trade conflicts which were going at the international level. So there are possibilities of good negotiations, and which can support the trade at international level, and overall it will support the IT business also. So we can expect upward movement in IT stocks, and latent view is one of the stock which have potential to deliver robust numbers in upcoming years. So surely we can hold this stock.
Okay, so it has a potential to deliver strong results is what our experts are saying. And Ravi, I'd also like to take your view, you know, on this counter for somebody who wants to invest in this space and in this counter in particular. So do you suggest these levels are the correct levels to enter first? And secondly, do you see latent view analytics as an attractive bet for investment?
See, ma'am, the stock is looking attractive, but I think is not delivering as per the return as per the investor, right? 1 year return is 20% negative, 3 month return is 16% positive, and 1 month return is again 5% negative. So volatility is there. So I can say that you enter, but at a good level. So the good level is 380 is a good level. 400 you can enter at 20 or 30% position at current market price, but you want to invest more than 380 level is a good level to enter for the target of 495 to 520, but it will take 8 to 12 months. So if you are 1 year prospects, then you can invest at current market price.
Okay, thank you so much for that information there, Ravi. And with that, viewers, we'll have to slip into a short break, but please keep sending in your queries on WhatsApp or call in directly. We'll be right back for Ask Profit. Stay tuned to NDTV Profit.
imports become the exception rather than the norm. And increasingly we do almost, last year for example, of the contracts that we signed of record 2,09,000 crores, 81% was awarded to the domestic industry. Our intent is to manufacture in India, preferably with design also in India.
I am so elated to be on the same screen as the Defense Secretary, and I get a chance to talk about what he said.
In certain areas, like for example, artillery guns and armored vehicles, or in some categories of missiles like the BrahMos and the Akash, we've come of age.
What Defense Secretary Sir said is 100% true, and today private industry can really increase their involvement in R&D.
I am very proud to say that we make, in our categories that we have been supplying to our defense forces, some of the best platforms in the world.
The markets move fast.
And so should your portfolio. Expert insights, real-time stock picks.
Do I buy Ola?
Should I hold CDSL for the long term?
Buy, sell or hold.
The answers you need, straight from the experts.
Callers from India and across the world. Connect live, ask, decide and invest wisely.
Your portfolio, your future. Ask Profit.
One question.
Hello and welcome back to Ask Profit. You're watching only on NDTV Profit. This is a show that gets all your stock related queries answered. So do not forget to call us on the numbers flashing on your screen. You can also send in your stock related queries on our WhatsApp numbers, but we do urge you to call us so that you can directly talk to us live and get all your queries answered. We have Vaibhav Vidwani, who is going to answer all your fundamental questions, and Ravi Singh, our technical expert, is going to clear all of those technical doubts. So do call in. We have Mani, who is waiting for us on the phone line from Madurai. Hi Mani, good evening, Vanakkam. How can we help you?
Good evening, madam.
Good evening. Go ahead.
Madam, today I purchased Vishal Mega Mart share
Okay.
at 123.59 rupees.
Okay.
100 shares, madam.
Mm-hmm.
I hold this stock for a long time and accumulate more stocks. It is worth or not, madam?
Okay. All right. Vaibhav, I'll direct this question to you. Mani from Madurai holds 100 shares of Vishal Mega Mart at 123.59 rupees a piece. He in fact bought them today and he wants to add more shares of the same company. He's asking whether this investment would work out or not in the long period. Now, Vishal Mega Mart, the stock price per se has been seeing some pressure because of the number of block deals surrounding it. But in the long run, it did give a very good Q4 FY25 result, and it also plans to expand significantly. What's your sense?
So, if you are aware that today their promoters sold 10% stake in Vishal Mega Mart, so there is a lock-in period after the IPO. So we can call it profit booking. And for long-term perspective, we see Vishal Mega Mart have good potential as they focus on tier 2, 3 cities. So, and they are doing very good expansion also. So this stock have a good potential, and in rural area incomes are increasing. So we can even expect improvement in revenue and numbers in upcoming quarters. So yes, surely we can hold this stock for long term.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. Now let's go across to a caller from Guntur. Hi Ramchandra, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, how can I help you today on the show?
Madam, my question to Ravi Singh
Yeah.
regarding Marine Electricals.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the right time to enter in this system. for
Yeah.
long term, nearly 5 years.
So,
Investment.
so you're looking for an outlook on marine electricals for short term?
5 years for long term, 5 years.
5 years, but okay, because you
years.
know, we did discuss about this counter, and you know, Ravi was talking about it. But firstly, I'd like to go to Ravi only on marine electricals. Ravi, although he has a 5-year horizon, Vaibhav, I'll be coming to you a bit later on that. The current levels, firstly, you know, it's trading at 220 and was also down in trade today. So firstly, are you optimistic on the counter, Ravi? And what suggestion do you have for Mr. Ramchandra there?
Yeah, Ramchandra Garu, I'm a very much bullish on this counter, but best level is 210 to 220 level. So you can enter at 50% quantity at this level, and once it correct at 210 level, you just enter again. So 1 year target is 20% from the current level, and if you invested in a longer term prospects, so company is dealing in a strong fundamental hand, so I can say that there is a enough in 5 year you can get 17% per year return in this counter, so the enough potential to do that. So I can say that just your long term investment is a good bet.
Okay, so a long-term investment is a good bet, and one can make actually 17% of profit is what Ravi is suggesting. But Vaibhav, now talking about the fundamentals of the company, if I look at the P ratio, you know, the valuations are pretty stretched as compared to its peers as well. So, you know, overall, a holistic view on marine electricals, what suggestion do you have?
Yes, you are right. That stock is trading at a PE of near about 80, while industry PE is of only 24.4. So we can say that valuations are stretched, but as per that, if we see company have even delivered performance, they have delivered a revenue growth of 23%, which is quite common, but they were able to protect their margins. So their margins are increased by 100 bips, which is a good thing. So which shows that that company have ability to deliver numbers in upcoming quarters, but still valuation is stressed. So I will recommend that yeah, we can hold that stock, but we should track the numbers and details of this company for the upcoming quarters.
All right, all right. And now we have Shankar on the phone line from Mysore. Hi, Shankar. Good evening. Shankar, are you there? Hi, Shankar. Could you please go ahead and ask your question?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Shankar, I can hear you. Can you please ask your question? Okay, there seems to be some disturbance with the audio, but Shankar from Mysore actually wants to know whether this is the right time to enter Motilal Oswal. Vaibhav, I'll take this question to you. How does the fundamentals of the company look like, especially after the fact that it reported its first quarterly loss in 5 years in Q4 of FY25, but the stock price, on the other hand, has not been disturbed to such a significant extent. What's your take, and would you recommend our viewer to hold these shares, enter at these levels?
So surely we can hold this stock, as we are aware that the AMC companies usually have higher beta than the market, and that's why whenever there is good momentum in market, all AMC companies give positive movement. So, and that's why we can observe a good upward movement in all the AMC companies, and that's why Motilal Oswal is also one of the good stock. We can hold this stock, and that stock is also available at a PE of 19.6, which is quite good as per the Motilal Oswal.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Now we are joined by Mansingh on the phone line from Kurnool. Hi, Mansingh. Good evening.
Hi, ma'am. Very good evening.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for picking my query.
Most welcome.
Ma'am, I want to add transfer lighting 3 to 5 years vision, madam.
Okay.
It is looking at attractive PE. Should I continue? Should I enter in this or any other transmission distribution stock?
Understood, understood. So Vaibhav, directly coming to you, and rightly said that the valuations seem pretty decent, And if I look at the charts as well, so stock is moving in an upward trend. But how are the fundamentals of the company looking like? Are you optimistic on this counter?
If we observe, yes, stock is available at attractive, very attractive valuation, and they have delivered growth in their revenue by 39%, while their margins were stressed, and that is not a very, I will say, bad thing for this particular company. And in this particular segment, scope is quite good. And if any stock is available at very in such attractive valuation, surely we can hold or invest in this particular stock.
Okay, okay. And Ravi, I'd like to come to you since currently it's trading at 631 and was also down in trade today over 2%. But are these the correct levels to enter? You know, Mansingh actually wants to, enter this counter. So do you suggest these levels as the correct levels?
Yeah, Vaveus clearly told that there is strong fundamentals. So I can say that enter best level is 610 to 600 level. So you may wait for this week. You may get the 610 to 600 levels and put the stop loss of 580. For the longer term prospects, the target would be the 750 in next 2 years. So I can say that enough potential, strong fundamental and supporting chart. So enter at current market price, but little quantity. Follow the levels at 610 to 600 level.
All right. And now we have Kamath calling us from Bengaluru. Hi, Kamath. Good evening.
Good evening, madam. My query is regarding Acme Solar.
Okay.
I am holding 500 shares of Acme Solar at the rate of 240 rupees.
Okay.
I just wanted to have the long-term view, madam.
All right. And Kamath, when did you buy these shares of Acme Solar?
About a week back, I think, madam.
Okay, okay. So in a week, you've earned 4.47 thousand. So that's not bad. Let's get to know what our experts have to say about Acme Solar in the long run. Vaibhav, our viewer Kamath from Bengaluru holds 500 shares of Acme Solar at 240 rupees a piece. And the stock has climbed up to 249. So he's sitting on a profit of 9 rupees per share as of now. What's your outlook on the stock from a long-term perspective?
So if we see earlier, there was a time when renewable energy stocks were trading at very aggressive, means higher valuation, I will say. But today, all these stocks are available at attractive valuation because of the profit booking done. So I will recommend that still renewable energy have very good potential, and Acme Solar have delivered very good numbers. So surely we can hold this stock for upcoming years. This stock have very good potential.
Thank you so much for that view. Now we are joined by Rajesh from Bengaluru. Hi Rajesh, good evening.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, Rajesh, please go ahead.
Ma'am, Adani Energy Solution.
Okay.
100 quantity in average price 900 rupees. Profit and loss, ma'am. Technical analysis, ma'am. Stellar Road, ma'am.
Okay, and for how long are you planning to hold this counter?
Short term, 9 months.
Short term, 9 months. All right. Okay. So Ravi, directly coming to you, he bought it at 900. Currently, it's trading at 849. Was also down in trade today, over 1%. So, what's your sense on Adani Energy? Are you seeing any sort of uptick in the counter for 9 months?
Ma'am, I can say that if you are invested into 9 months, then I can suggest Adani Group companies. Adani Power is a best option to the enter at current market price. They have enough potential to go upside more compared to Adani Energy. So in the same segment and lesser price, you just enter the Adani Power. Just avoid at current market price in Adani Energy. But yeah, if you talk about a stock, then you may see some correction around 800 to 780 levels and a very strong support at 760. But is in very slow movement. So I can say that follow the Adani Power is a good option.
Okay, all right. So Adani Power is a good option. And now, viewers, just a note, NDTV is a subsidiary of AMG Media Networks, which is an Adani-owned company. And moving on, we have Shubham, who is waiting for us from Bengaluru. Hi, Shubham. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes.
Ma'am, actually, I'm having Macrotech Developers 35 shares at the price of 1250.
Okay.
So my question is, can I add more at the current levels? And my view is for long term.
All right. So, Macrotech Developers is trading around 1,446, and Shubham is already sitting on a profit of over 6,000. Wherever I'll take this question to you. Macrotech Developers now soon will be called, in fact, is now being called Lodha Developers. It changed its brand name. And it also recorded a good profit of 38% increase in Q4 of FY25. However, realty sector has been under some kind of pressure. Do you think Macrotech Developers, now Lodha Developers, will go ahead and gain in the future?
Like as we all are aware that because of the decline in repo rates, there is a very high probability that there will be reduction in the home loans. So which will support the pre-sale numbers of all the companies in this particular segment. And Lodha is very well-known name in this particular segment. So surely we can hold this stock as this stock is trading at a means at the PE of 52, which is higher than the industry. But this stock is also have a brand name and have potential to attract customers, because when individuals go for the home buying, they look for the brand. So we surely can hold this stock.
And Ravi, while that is a whole, fundamentally speaking, from the technical aspect, Macrotech Developers has had a very volatile run on the charts. If you just go along with how the share price has been behaving for the past couple of months, how do you read it? And what would your key resistance and support levels for Macrotech be?
Ma'am, is it trading at very short resistance? So I can say that support is moreover around 1380 to 1350 levels. But overall trend is not supporting to that counter. So I can say that better you book the profit, because in reality counter, the major stocks you may see in profit booking zone, because this point of time geopolitical tension and a lot of reasons are coming to negative for the reality counter. So I can say that only the interest rate factor is giving the support, but overall chart structure is looking weak, and most of the stock is trading around the resistance, whatever is DLF, Suntech, JP Associate, or Brigade. So I can say that book the profit.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And we are joined by Vishal on the phone line from Bengaluru. Hi Vishal, good evening.
Hi ma'am, good evening ma'am. Thank you ma'am. Line connect NDTV Profit ma'am.
Most welcome Vishal. Please go ahead with your query.
Ma'am, Kalyan Jewelers 500 quantity.
Okay. Yes Vishal, are you there on the phone line? Okay, I think we've dropped, the connection is dropped, and but we have Vishal's query with us. He's holding 500 shares of Kalyan Jewelers at 550 a piece, and he's looking for a 9-month outlook on the counter. Currently, Kalyan Jewelers is trading at 515, and he is sitting on a loss of about 18,000 rupees there. So, Ravi, talking about the 9-month picture on, on the counter, after witnessing a sharp fall in the month of March, now if I look at the charts, it's moving in an upward trend. And like you always mention, that trend is your friend. So what sort of trend is Kalyan Jewelers showcasing?
Ma'am, shorter period trend is negative in 15-minute and 30-minute chart. So there is no Kalyan in Kalyan Jewelers. So I can say that take exit from the current level. Wait for the some time. Once it trading around 465 to 460, then you enter again. In between this period, you can enter BHEL at current market price. They have a net potential to achieve 280 to 290 level. So put the stop loss of 235 and go there.
Okay, so that's an interesting outlook. No Kalyan in Kalyan Jewelers is what Mr. Ravi is suggesting. But I'd also like to take a fundamental outlook on the counter. Vaibhav, how is the company performing fundamentally, and what should our investors be doing if they've invested in this counter?
If we see Kalyan Jewelers is available at very higher valuation, yes, company have delivered robust numbers and they have that ability to deliver good numbers in upcoming quarter. But that doesn't mean that we should enter at that much stretched valuation. So if that stock is available at attractive valuation, surely we can enter in this stock.
Okay, all right. And we have another WhatsApp query written to us from Udupi. B.N. Shetty has 3,000 shares of IRIDA at 165 rupees a piece, and he's asking for a 1 month view on this, so a very short one. Therefore, Ravi, this brings me to you. 3,000 shares of IRIDA at 165 rupees a piece. I think he bought them today because it is trading at 165. What's your outlook, and do you think this is a good investment?
Ma'am, I can say that any program doesn't complete without IRIDA questions. I can say that. So many platforms the investor are asking about. So I can say that there is a very strong support around 150 to 155 levels. But this stock has a enough potential to go upside. Is 175 to 180 is a maximum resistance level. So is trading in a very narrow range. So you enter recently, just put the stop loss of 155 for the target of 175 to 180 levels. And longer term prospects, I can say that when the break range around 185 or 150 levels, then you may see the next trend. Otherwise, this counter is in a sideways zone.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Ravi, for that. Now we are joined by Siddharth from Nellore on the phone line. Hi, Siddharth. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, please tell. Please go ahead. Yeah.
5,000 shares of Trident at 50.
Okay.
Can I hold them for next 4 to 5 years, or can I book loss right now?
Okay, so you hold 5,000 shares of Trident at 50 a piece, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, okay. And you are sitting on a loss of nearly 1 lakh rupees. There's what I can see. So a significant loss there. Vaibhav, what would your suggestion be to Mr. Siddharth, who is incurring a loss? And, you know, Trident, even the charts are not showing an optimistic picture there. And if we talk about, you know, we have one data with us in which we have, you know, kind of showcase that sector-wise company exposure of, you know, exports from India. So in that it stands at, you know, India stands at 38%. So considering all these, you know, scenarios in mind, what are the how is the fundamental of Trident, you know, looking like, fundamental performance of Trident looking like?
If we see Trident is available at a PE of 42, so which is very high as compared to the industry. And as we know that Trident is also have exposure at international markets. So means because of these Bangladesh crisis and also these companies have potential to gain market, but these things will not support their revenue growth to very aggressive levels. So we can expect maintained revenue growth in near terms. And as per that, their valuation is little high. So we should be little cautious for the Trident.
Okay, all right. And now we have Vijay joining us from Hyderabad. Hi, Vijay. Good evening.
Good evening, madam.
How can I help you, Vijay? What stock do you hold?
I am holding HVL, madam.
Okay.
280 shares. HVL is rate of 2340.
Okay, all right.
I am a short-term trader. Shall I want to hold or exit?
Okay, okay, all right.
If I exit, I can enter in HFCL.
Which stock?
HFCL. It's the right time to enter in that one, HFCL. In this firm, in Himachal Futuristics.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Well, let's first talk about Hindustan Unilever. Ravi, I'll take this question to you. Vijay from Hyderabad holds 280 shares of HUL at 2,340 rupees a piece. And not just fundamentally with, you know, taking the context of its poor quarterly performance, but also the fact that it has not been able to go back and breach its October 2024 highs at the 3,000 mark. Therefore, technically speaking, are there any signs of that recovery happening anytime soon? And from a short-term period, would you, recommend Vijay to continue holding his 280 shares or sell them?
Great, ma'am. I can say that you are Google now to give the details. So I can say that HUL is a stock, is a longer term prospects, but not in a shorter period investment, or you can do jobbing or trading on this counter. But I can suggest you just take exit from, if you are a shorter term investor or do the jobbing or do the trading, then you just avoid this stock. And I can suggest 2 or 3 stocks. There is a stock is pre-call, is right now is trading at 443. They have enough potential to give 480 to 490 levels. Put the stop loss of 425. There is a one stock is DCM Shriram, is trading around 1155 and 1155 DCM Shriram. So you can buy at current market price for the target of 1250. Put the stop loss of 1120 levels. So these are the stocks good for your investment, but in a shorter period, you just avoid HUL.
Okay. Thank you so much for that view. Now we are joined by Setu from Bengaluru on the phone line. Hi Setu, good evening.
Yes, good evening, madam, to you. My question is that I would like to invest about 3 lakhs rupees within next 1 week.
Okay.
So I would like to know which are the stocks that I can pick up. My time is no sector specific, anything is fine.
Okay.
And I would like to hold up to 1 to 3 years.
All right. So you want to hold for 1 to 3 years. So Vaibhav, directly coming to you. Mr. Setu has a corpus of 3 lakh rupees that he wishes to invest, in the coming week. So what are your top picks or your top sectors that, he can be investing in?
Okay, so we can invest in some of the good stock like HAL. We can invest. We can even invest in the metal segment because that metal stocks are available at a very attractive valuation. So in metal segment, we can invest in Hindustan Copper. For the NBFCs, as I told earlier, India Shelter is one of the good choice. For PSUs, we can invest in the Bank of India. So these are some of the good stocks for the long term. And for the IT, we can invest in Persistent System.
Okay. Thank you so much, Vaibhav, for that. And, so HAL, Hindustan Copper, India Shelter, Bank of India and Persistent Systems are some of the counters that Vaibhav has suggested for long term. And Ravi, I'd also like to take your view. What are your top picks or top 3 picks, for short term purpose?
Ma'am, in short-term prospects, pre-call is one of the stocks I have told earlier. Second is a Cipla. At current market price, they have enough potential to give 10 to 15% return from the current level. And third is Power Grid. So I combine basket in a different sector. So Power Grid is enough potential to give 330 to 340 levels. So these are the stocks to invest. But I can say that 3 lakh rupees you have, but the geopolitical tension and lot of scenario are negative for the trend. So I can say that you invest all these stocks, but only the 1,50,000 rupees. And after 20 or 25 days, you enter all the money into only these stocks.
All right. And with that, Ravi Singh and Vaibhav Vidwani, thank you so much for joining this edition of Fast Profit and answering all the queries of our viewers with such patience. We always appreciate your time, and I'm sure our viewers value this as well. And viewers, a quick note to you, you keep these numbers handy so that we can continue to answer all your queries with the same kind of interest, valor and justification that we try. Also, stay tuned to the channel as we have a lot more lined up for you right on the other side.
imports become the exception rather than the norm. And increasingly we do almost, last year for example, of the contracts that we signed of record 2,09,000 crores, 81% was awarded to the domestic industry. Our intent is to manufacture in India, preferably with design also in India.
I am so elated to be on the same screen as the Defense Secretary, and I get a chance to talk about what he said.
In certain areas, like for example, artillery guns and armored vehicles, or in some categories of missiles like the BrahMos and the Akash, we've come of age.
What Defense Secretary Sir said is 100% true, and today private industry can really increase their involvement in R&D.
I am very proud to say that we make, in our categories that we have been supplying to our defense forces, some of the best platforms in the world.
One question can change everything. The big question. Bold, direct, uncompromising. Tough topics, hard-hitting analysis. Conversations that matter. We break it down.
NSE's expiry day for its futures and options contracts will shift to Tuesday from Thursday. BSE's expiry day now moved to Thursday. SEBI issues interim ex parte order against Sanjeev Bhasan and 11 others for allegedly manipulating the market in pounds over 11.3 crore rupees in unlawful gains from the involved parties. Benchmarks closed lower and slightly outperformed the mid and small caps. All sectoral indices barring Nifty IT and Defence end in the red. Nifty Pharma is the top sectoral loser on Trump's tariff threat. Enforcement Directorate cracks down on betting apps, questions former cricketers such as Harbhajan Singh, Yuvraj Singh and Suresh Raina for endorsing banned platforms like 1xBet and Fairplay. Sonu Sood, Urvashi Rautela also under ED scanner. AGS Transact Tech puts up bouncers outside its office as employees start showing up to demand payment of dues. Employees allege they are unable to quit formally as the HR department has stopped working over unpaid salaries. Israel kills Iran's wartime chief of staff Ali Shadmani in an overnight strike in the heart of Tehran. Country's defense force says it's deepening the attacks on Iran's nuclear sites every day. Meanwhile, Iran's state broadcaster reported that the country has fired hundreds of advanced drones towards Israel. 110 Indian students evacuated from Iran's Urmia Medical University and brought to Armenia. They are scheduled to leave for Delhi tomorrow. Air India cancelled 6 flights in a day, all using the Boeing 7878 Dreamliner amid increased scrutiny after the Ahmedabad crash. Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrives in Canada for G7 summit, marking his first visit to Canada since 2015. PM will hold bilateral meetings with world leaders and attend outreach sessions. Hello and welcome. A warm good evening to all of you. You're watching Profit 360, a show that gets all the national, international and market-related news together for you. Beginning with the expiry days for BSE and NSE have been swapped. Expiry day for NSE has been moved to Tuesday, while SEBI has agreed to the BSE's proposal for expiry day on Thursday. Charu is now joining me live with more.
Hi, so as per the latest information available, the National Stock Exchange is going to be getting Tuesday as their expiry day, whereas BSE is going to be going for Thursday, whereas the smaller exchange, which is the Metropolitan Stock Exchange of India, it is going to be again, coinciding its expiry day with Tuesday, that is sharing it with the NSE. Now, this is happening because SEBI recently proposed that only 2 weekly expiries will be there in 1 week, and the exchanges have to decide which day they want. And before changing their expiry day, they will have to take prior approval from the market regulator, Securities and Exchange Board of India. Now, this has happened because of a lot of back and forth that BSE and NSE were going through and were changing their expiry days quite often, and it led the market regulator to bring in something more reinforced and strengthened to sort of curb any sort of volatility that might come out because of these back and forth. Now we have this proposal circular in place, and let's see how it rolls out.
Charu, thank you so much for giving us those updates regarding the change in expiry dates. Earlier today, viewers, we spoke to Sundararaman Ramamurthy, CEO of BSE, and Sri Ram Krishnan, who is a Chief Business Development Officer at NSE, on what they make of this announcement. Let's listen in.
As you would recall, when this single contract weekly expiry came, the exchanges were asked to choose for an expiry day. At the time, there was a public announcement of NSE that they are going in for Thursday. So NSE chose Thursday, and so BSE took Tuesday. We were working with Tuesday. We are and we were very happy.